for the NASCAR Sprint Cup with the NBC Sports app and get closer to additional camera angles, driver stats, and track information. Watch live anywhere on any device. Find out more at NBCSports.com/live. And once again, riding along with Kevin Harvick, he has made 19 laps. This is his 20th lap. Most laps turned so far have been by the 24 of Chase Elliott, who has logged 24 laps already.
And we're going to talk about lap count, not just because of tire wear, because of engine wear. Remember, this is a 500-mile race, so there's going to be a limitation by these engine companies on how many laps and how many miles you can run on the engine. I would be shocked if this 4th Kevin Harvick, or you mentioned the 24 Chase Elliott, who have a lot of laps in their cars already, if they run more than a total of 100 laps over the course of the weekend before the race. There's going to be a limitation, so I'm a little surprised to see they're running as many laps as they are. Well, this is better for tire usage. There's going to have to be a limit on the engine.
So you see Kevin Harvick moved up the racetrack. He's on his 21st lap. The 88 car behind him is on his 17th lap. Bowman saw him running up the top. He said, well, I will go up there and try that. It works well for Harvick. So now you see he drug Alex Bowman to the top.
Dave.
Hey guys, in the garage area right now, there's Kyle Larson speaking with Truck Series driver Rico Abreu about their days. Rico will be in the Truck Series race tonight. As for Kyle, he's been on the track in race trim, which I kind of checked in with him on because he was 4th quick. I said, oh, that's race trim. Then he goes, well, I just didn't feel that good about it in race trim, but that first lap was pretty sporty. So they're swapping the car over now. They will get it ready for qualifying trim for Kyle Larson. Marty?
Well, Dave, we talked about Carl Edwards being in race trim a little bit quicker on that second run for he and his race team. And what they do is they actually plug in the cool down unit on these cars to kind of cool down the engine as quickly as possible. Hot water will come out of the engine through these hoses into this cool water tank. And there's actually 30 gallons of water in here, and they stack this full of ice. 30 gallons of cold water then goes inside the race car to cool that engine down as quickly as possible. Jeff, you remember when these cool down units first came out, we kind of rolled them out like in little wheelbarrows almost, you know, in little boxes, if you will. Now look how big these units are, holding 30 gallons of water to quickly cool down that engine so you can go make another run.
Yeah, Marty, I remember the first ones were made out of air compressor tanks. You put air into them, put nitrogen into them, and run them that way. So they've definitely evolved. And these boxes today, they have generators in them. They use that on pit road during qualifying. They use it on pit road, and it's more than just a cool down unit anymore.
'88 of Alex Bowman, once again substituting for Dale Earnhardt Jr. back out on the track. There's also his 30 of Josh Wise. We saw that car just behind the 88s.
We talked about him following Kevin Harvick and how he moved up the racetrack when he followed Kevin Harvick a few laps. Now he's gotten committed to it. Every lap's been on the top until we show him, and now he's on the top.
Steve, how much of the information that, for example, Alex Bowman is learning, Chase Elliott is learning, Casey Kane is learning, how much of that is going to help the 48 team? Because the 48 team now has a guaranteed spot in the championship 4. Are the rest of his teammates giving him information, doing different things on the track to help the 48?
Well, if the 48 hadn't already had a guaranteed ticket to Homestead, I would imagine that the approach would be for all 4 cars to run really whatever Chad and Jimmy needed them to run, whether that was shock, springs, or seven concepts. But with the 48 already advanced through, I think the 4 cars are probably all running their own agendas, whatever they think is going to get them to run the best Sunday here in Texas. Unless there's something component-wise or concept-wise they want to try for Miami coming up in a couple weeks. Other than that, I think it's all about this 88 and Alex Bowman to try to find a little speed, find a little momentum, find a little competition. You know, we've mentioned he's run very well, but finished only in the 7th position. I think it's time for them to end the year on a good note. Now this is this awkward time of the practice when basically there are no cars on the track because
switching over.
Most every car, right. If you start in race trim, you're in the garage, swapping your car over into qualifying trim, that takes 20 to 25 minutes. Change the nose weight, you got to take the fuel out of it, things like that, Jeff. So, you know, there's few cars waiting to make a run.
Let's go into the garage and visit with Marty.
And one of those teams switching over right now, Kevin Harvick and his race team, they are the fastest among those who are in race trim, 3rd fastest overall, putting the car in qualifying trim right now. And so Steve doing all the things that you just mentioned a moment ago. A lot of confidence in how the car ran in race trim. Also a lot of confidence in this race car. You guys remember it well. It's the one that was started at the back of the race at Chicago, ran all the way through the field. As the team told me, though, one of the fastest cars all year long to finish a lap down. Remember, they got caught on pit road when the caution came out in the first race of the chase. So that car has been held until this race to come back here at Texas. That's how much confidence they have in this race car.
And you see 16 points back for Kevin Harvick. Chicago, the car, as Dave was just saying, or Marty was just saying, it flew through the field. Never having started the back.
It started. It was amazing how quick he got through the field. It just rolled through them quickly, and that was a bright spot of the day for him. They did get a lap down, some stuff that happened on with pit road sequences, but really about halfway through the race, they lost the speed. The car wasn't anywhere near as quick later in the race as it was in the first part of the race.
The argument needs to be, we heard the report that Joe Gibbs Racing brought 4 brand new race cars here. So here's the counter to that. Rodney Childers and Kevin Harvick brings a car that they ran, 5 weeks ago. They feel that's their best car. So you never know which is correct. But it seems to me that Joe Gibbs feels they have found things. They're continuing to build new cars, where Kevin Harvick and Stuart Haas Racing think they already have their favorites.
Kevin Harvick won at Loudon. He won again in Kansas, both advancing him into the next round. He could be the only driver that could advance through all 3 rounds with a win if he can win here at Texas or Phoenix.